Japan wins 4-0. Folks, I know this reaction is coming out later, and I want to explain to you all why that is, right? This is to all my Japanese people out there, or even my Tunisians who want to insight into what we think about your team. Actually, this game was very late. It was very late up here in New York. It started at midnight, ended at 2 in the morning, and we went to a Japanese restaurant to go watch this game. So by the time that we got back, it was already 3 a.m. I was done, I was dusted, and I was ready to go to bed. Producer Rudd drinking a entitled bottle of sake. We had amazing food, but we were full and ready to go to sleep. So please forgive us as we're giving you this reaction late, but we are reacting. We did see the full 90 minutes, and we did see Japan toss away, dominate, and control what arguably is the worst team at this tournament so far, performance-wise.
Dude, I mean, with Japan opening up this scoring within the 4th minute, this was a nightmare come to life for Tunisia. You change the whole coaching staff. You get Hervé Renard to come try and salvage this sinking ship, and immediately it just goes to shit. Like, I couldn't believe it. Really good goal on the left-hand side. Nakamura finds space. Really good dribble drive down the byline. Sends it in. And there's Kamada who forces it in. Japan dominated this game. They went on to get 3 more goals. Ueda, that second goal, oh my God. It was an absolute rocket of a shot. And then the header he got on that 4th goal, the ridiculous header. Got so much height on it, nestled into the side netting over the keeper. Nothing the Tunisians could do. Japan dominated this game in the midfield and offensively. And this was even worse for Tunisia compared to their Swedish game. Like, they couldn't even get close to Japan's box. They were absolutely everywhere, all over the place defensively. Japan took complete advantage of the chaos that is reigning throughout this Tunisian team. I like that. Tunisia, I think, is the worst team at this World Cup.
They're the worst team, bro. 4-goal difference. Once again, they just can't help themselves. Japan, this was masterful. Just attack from everywhere. Ueda, the man of the match, 2 goals, 1 assist in this game with some very, very good finishes. No Kubo, no Mitoma. Japan still looks deadly. They look like they're starting to build a lot of momentum, and they got the result here where it was expected. They needed to beat Tunisia. This is the worst team at the World Cup, and they absolutely blew them out. That made me happy. I like that they didn't keep things close, that they didn't play with their food. We saw a Japanese team that absolutely went off. Today's Father's Day, and I call my dad talking about World Cup, and I ask him, Pops, in Spanish, who's your team to watch so far, based off the games that you're seeing? Pop's a little old now, but I still trust his insight when it comes to football. Sometimes he's a little off about things, but hey, it is what it is. He says, I like this Japan team, son. I like this Japan team. He's like, they never pass the ball back. They're always going forward. They're always looking for the kill. And I was like, shit, man, you might be right. You might be right. Japan with an amazing performance, coming off of a good tie against Netherlands 2-2. I mean, so far, for a lot of people, they are the dark horse pick. I do think they're fulfilling that narrative from what we've seen. I'm still waiting to see it against another team. I want to see it against a more quality side. I want to see Japan get the result because they weren't able to beat Netherlands. I want to see them get the result against a quality side. And if they do that at this tournament, then Japan absolutely will be a dark horse candidate.
Yeah, they'll have that opportunity against Sweden. That game will essentially be almost like a knockout stage type of match, where if Sweden win, they'll actually leapfrog Japan and go take second place for themselves. Japan, with the quality that they have and the way that they've been playing, I thought they were good against the Netherlands, though I wanted a little bit more. And they gave me that against Tunisia. Tunisia is the worst team at this World Cup, so you can't get too excited. But this will be a great opportunity against Sweden in match day 3. Sweden will be deadly offensively, even though their defense is horrible. But Japan are the better team. Yep. I think they've proved that over these last 2 matches. Japan's more organized at the back. I think they hold the ball a lot better than Sweden's midfield does. And at the end of the day, even though Sweden has bigger names offensively, Japan have a great creativity going forward, so much so that I think they're just as deadly as Sweden in front of goal without the star players. So I want to see that. I want to see that come to fruition for Japan against Sweden. I want a statement type of win. It should be theirs in that match against Sweden.
It's absolutely. I want to see a team win here, but both teams should go through if they tie. What would a tie say to you? Because Sweden would be.
I was thinking about this because again, Sweden do have a good offense. Yeah. They really do. A tie, I wouldn't entertain any sort of Japan's a good team sort of notion. I wouldn't entertain it because Sweden's defense is so bad that if you are Japan, you have to win that match.
Okay.
If Sweden was better defensively, I'd say, okay, you know what, 50-50, may the best team win. But Sweden's defense truly is just completely unorganized. Lindelof and Lagerbielke have no idea how to defend one-on-one. Japan thrive in one-on-one situations. So if they do not get 3 points in that match, I will be severely disappointed. Okay. I don't think it'll happen, though. Japan are the better team.
Man, how about that turnout in Monterrey, man? Yeah. Welcoming the Japanese. That was incredible from the crowds and the stands. It looked so fun. And that night game atmosphere, I think it was majority Japanese fans or Mexico fans supporting Japan. And they showed out, man. I wanted to mention it because there were cheers throughout the game where I was like, bro, this Japan team is getting treated. They're getting treated to some good hospitality from Monterrey. The stadium itself looked incredible. Yeah, absolute blowout for Japan, and good to see a good home atmosphere for them.
Yeah, and I will say, Japan do play fun football. Like, your dad's actually spot on, man. They do, their progression of the ball is super entertaining, which is why I think no matter what, when Japan step foot on the field, you're going to have a good time. They might concede a lot of goals and not win the game, kind of like they did against the Netherlands, or they absolutely ball out and dominate and score some crazy goals. So I got to give Japan credit for that. They're a very entertaining football team. Big match against Sweden. I want to talk about Tunisia though one last time because this is just so shocking. And I think Tunisians all around the world truly cannot believe what they're witnessing at this World Cup. Because you look at their appearance in 2018. Yes, it wasn't the best, but they actually won a match in 2018. They got a win. They got 3 points. They lost the other 2 group stage matches, but still, that was a good showing for a Tunisian side that hadn't been to a World Cup in quite some time. Then in 2022, they win and draw. They actually only concede 1 goal the entire group stage.
Must have been an easy group then.
They had France, Denmark, and a very good Australia side.
That's right.
Tunisia had a great 2022 appearance. And so it was all looking like they would at least play the same, if not improve on what they've done the last 8 years. And then we see an absolute collapse of a federation right in front of our eyes at this World Cup. Conceding 5 goals in the first game, 4 goals in the second game. And here's the thing. In their last friendly, right before this World Cup, they conceded 5 against Belgium. It's ridiculous, man. 14 goals in the last 3 matches. This Tunisian side has completely lost sight of who they are.
And what's crazy, man, I drank the juice of hope for this team. And let me clarify what that means. I still had Tunisia in last place. Everyone had Tunisia in last place. I didn't have them in last place with -10 goal differential,
right?
-8, bro. They were great in World Cup qualifying, at least in their region, in the group that they had. People have been highlighting that looking back, they were handed a pretty easy group, and maybe that's why they have this sort of tax on them. The second best team was Namibia. But even then, I think it's tough to qualify automatically out of Africa, so I got to give them some credit there. And they were consistent about getting results. Their defense actually looked kind of good. For moments at AFCON, they were fun, especially in the group stage. What happened afterwards was, I think, foreshadowing what we would see at this tournament. But I just didn't think it would be this bad. I thought like a 3-0 loss to Netherlands, a 2-0 loss to Japan, but conceding 4, conceding 5, and then the drama that exists around this team. Irv Renard, there's a clip of him just yelling at one of the defenders during the game, and I'm just like, bro, like this is, you're right, a complete collapse of a federation happening in front of us. Like we are seeing a federation have its biggest issues, its biggest flaws revealed in front of the world, and the federation trying to resolve that in real time, like we saw with the Irv hiring. So yeah, probably one of the worst times ever to be Tunisian footballing wise.